All is not well in the kingdom of Trumpenstein. Trumplandia.
Good afternoon.
Angry. She knows that this case is a problem
with the
for the White
disgraceful
House.
Jeffrey
She's
Epstein
known these people a long time.
need
She
to
could be
end
making
today.
stuff up. Or she could not. It's bizarre. It's messy, and it's bizarre. And so when you see Melania come out and make such an aggressive, preemptive strike like that, you have to ask yourself if this is what it's related to. And you have to ask yourself also if she's trying to, if in that process she's trying to distance herself from the situation, because she never, as far as I know, she never specifically says her husband had nothing to do with Epstein. It's all her. Is that right, Thief?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So I still believe that Trump is going to have to step down or fake his own assassination. But now that he's on the Board of Peace forever, president of the Board of Peace, he won't be doing that unless he just fakes it to all of us and then, go. I don't think so, but anything's possible in today's world. But perhaps he is going to step down, but not in the way that you would think. He might get removed. And if he does, I still think it's all part of this same plan. So, is this the plot? Is this where the plot's going? Is he going to step down soon? It looks like J.D. Vance is being pushed forward, meeting with Iranians and kind of taking the lead on that. I think we're seeing a transition here. I think Trump is going to have to step down real soon, or he's going to fake his assassination, most likely step down or be impeached for real. And then J.D. Vance is going to be, a bit of a hero figure for a little while. And we're going to have to pay attention to who they're pushing forward. The Democrats just lost Swalwell, right? Over that scandal going on with his sexual corruption or whatever. Hard to keep up. But let's listen to this in regards to Trump having to step down soon.
Again, we're recording this continuously, so if there's something in there that I missed and you guys found, please put that down below. I always want to say that. We're doing our best around here, but we make mistakes. So as far as I know from that statement, it was all about her. And then Trump makes the claim, I didn't know she was going to talk about this. The timing of it, like all things, is very sus. This is a disaster class. We're going to talk about it in a minute with the Iran war and what's been going on here. It has been, right now, Trump has completely lost his marbles. There is just objectively no other way to put it. We're going to get to some of the lashing out he's done and the people he's lashed out at. That just blows my mind. And the people he's listening to, which makes no sense. And the reports that are coming out from mainstream sources that usually kind of cover this stuff up about, the implications of how he was pulled into this war and what happened. And, it's all messy. It's all noise. There's rats scattering off the ship.
It's suspicious. I think it's a false narrative.
Right now, but the fact that the war broke out and many of us speculated that the timing was like, let's fucking do this to get this story off these Epstein files because this isn't going away. Now it's like, the Iran so bad, are you bringing back the Epstein files? Or did Melania just go full blown, I don't give a I'm going to protect myself and not go here. Let's pull up the Alex Jones commentary on this, Steve, which I don't know who Alex Jones' sources are here, but it's interesting that a longtime Trump confidant and supporter would be saying this. Here was his reaction to multiple things, including what Melania did.
But at the end of the day, I just feel sorry for him and pray that God touch his heart and soul and free him from the demonic influences that he's under. I mean, it's just that simple. This is a nightmare. We know the Democrats, the left, are absolutely terrible, but when Trump's calling for wiping out whole civilizations and acting like a supervillain, I have to come out and say I don't support it. It's that simple. So again, Trump's own wife came out in an unannounced press conference today and said the Epstein crimes are real and that she wants the victims to be in front of Congress to cover up the end. That's the opposite of what Trump's saying. Looks to me like she's breaking with Trump because she knows the ship's sinking, has found out the truth. Elon left 8 months ago saying he's in the files to cover up. I never saw any evidence of it, but he's acting like he's guilty. We know he's protecting Howard Lutnick, who said he didn't know Epstein to go to the island, and he did. So all I can say is this is a terrible day, and it's a nightmare for America and the world. But I'm going to tell the truth, report on the facts, no matter what it is. But
and you know what? Kudos to Alex Jones for at least giving a stream of consciousness there. You know, obviously, whenever you look at people who are left or right-wing reporters, there's always bias, there's always political bias and agendas. I always look at it with a huge grain of salt, especially a guy like Alex. But, you know, he called for Trump to be 25th the other day after that tweet about civilization. We'll talk about all that in a minute. But, like...
Yep, it's all drama. It's all for our entertainment.
Yeah.
That sounds like a little bit of pure spec rather than sourcing what he's saying about Melania.
Oh, yeah, that's
right.
That's just classic.
That
That's
sounds like classic
Alex.
Jones
Yeah.
kind of pure spec.
100%.
Where he doesn't, you know, we say pure spec around here when we're just pure specking.
Well, it's just funny that he'll make pure spec that like she's breaking off from him, but then like the next sentence, he's like, I haven't seen any evidence that he could be linked to this stuff, you know. But I was like, Alex, why don't you start specking on that one time, dude?
Spec on that one too.
Spec on that.
He did say he's acting like he's guilty, which I've been
Definitely.
saying forever.
Yeah.
I've been saying it on podcasts forever. You have to look at it and be like if I brought in any high-powered defense attorney who was willing to talk on this and just rolled tape of Trump talking about this about Epstein over the past 9 months.
Yeah.
I think I'd be hard-pressed to find an attorney who wouldn't say his behavior is reflective of someone who has something to hide.
Yeah. Just to ask, hey, if he was your client, you think he did it?
Yeah. Or not even just that. Like, would you be telling him to shut the fuck up?
Oh, well,
at the very least?
I think they would all be saying that.
Yeah.
At the very least.
Yeah. So, we're going to watch the Melania thing.
I'm Rand Spear. You don't build one of the most successful law firms in the area by accident.
We're going to see what precipitated that. I actually think we will find out through reporting, because everyone in the world's working on this right now, what precipitated her doing that, and if it was Amanda Ungaro in particular. That's what we're speculating based on the tweets we're seeing. Could be more than that, or it could be something else entirely. Again, I don't think I believe that Epstein story about Melania. That's a big claim, and it's coming from Michael Wolff and Epstein.
Yeah.
You know, again, it's fun.
It's always fun.
When the whole house is Elmo fucking fire meme burning.
Yeah.
But I still gotta do my best to be like, you know, where's my red alarm tingling? Like, I don't know. And again, if in the future we see evidence, it's like, oh, that's true. It's being propagandized to just old people in the population. That is not what won you. The people who watched that were decided to vote for you fucking 40 years ago. All right? There was no like, oh, well, I guess I'll go vote for him. Those are the people that have been told will do either what Fox News or CNN says, depending on which side of the aisle they're on, and are going to do that no matter what. The independent media are where there are variables and where you actually move people, and it's where the people are. They just gave CNN a 100% approval rating of Trump, not hand-flailing fools like Tucker Carlson, who couldn't even finish college. He was a broken man when he got fired from Fox, and he's never been the same. Perhaps he should see a good psychiatrist. Or Megyn Kelly, who nastily asked me the now famous Only Rosie O'Donnell question. Or crazy Candace Owens, who accuses the highly respected First Lady of France of being a man when she is not. Obviously, COVID was a whole fucking thing. But before that, it was very chaotic. But the lights were on. The sun came up. Foreign policy wasn't the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. You know, the economy was doing okay. Like, he wasn't the guy that in 2015, they're like, you can't give this guy the nuclear football. People were kind of like, all right, he's blustery. They got sick of him at the end. Enough people did because of COVID and all that shit and some of his style. But once they saw how a lot of Americans saw how bad Biden was and how sinister that administration was, they were like, you know what? He didn't blow things up the first time around. Now he's saying some nice things on the campaign trail. Some of it he might not be lying about. He proved in the past there were certain things he wasn't lying about when he got into office, so we'll give him a try. And he's giving the appearance now, and in straight up action, showing that he lied about many things that he put on the fucking campaign trail, not the least of which is this war. So to see him gaslight people and tell them that this is what MAGA is, and I'm the cult leader of it, and you have to listen to me, it's like people thought they were getting Jon Snow and they got Mad King Aerys Targaryen.